the rogue in this playtest, I am super excited about. This is the class most recently in our internal playtests that I have been playing a lot myself. And the base class gets a number of new tasty options.
Yes, they do.
Starting with Weapon Mastery, Rogues too now are going to get to play with Weapon Mastery. And I can now say that when we designed Weapon Mastery, several of the mastery properties, and I'm thinking here of ones like Nick, were designed basically with the rogue in mind. So I'm so glad now to be able to send out to the world the version of the rogue with the weapon mastery options that were basically designed for the rogue.
For those watching at home, Nick is a property of, say, having a dagger.
Yep.
That allows you to attack with a dagger and then also follow up with an extra attack.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep. Yeah, you get that little nice freebie attack.
So stabby for rogues.
Yes.
Now that they can use that weapon mastery.
We have also imported into the class a popular feature that we introduced in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, Steady Aim.
Right.
And so now all rogues will have Steady Aim as an option. It's a way to help ensure that you're going to have advantage on your next attack. And then the thing I'm most excited about that is the result of us restoring the 2014 subclass progression is we reopened, there was sort of a gap in the rogues level progression in 2014 between its subclass levels, and it sort of had this kind of dry spell in between. Yeah. Well, that ended up being super fertile ground for us as we've been refining the rogue to create a new feature called Cunning Strike. This feature has been so fun in playtesting because what it now allows the rogue to do is whenever the rogue hits with their sneak attack, the rogue has the option of trading one or more of their sneak attack dice in for a special effect instead of damage.
Right.
So for instance, you could forego 1d6 of your sneak attack's damage to knock someone prone or to poison them. And so on and so forth. And it in play has been fantastic because there are times where, sure, dealing as much damage as possible is what you want.
Right.
And you can still do that. But then there are other times where it's far more advantageous to use your sneak attack to knock a person down, along with still dealing a juicy amount of damage.
Yeah.
Or to disarm them, because that's also one of the options, or to move as a part of your sneak attack.
Yes.
And then at higher level in the class, we now introduce even more of these Cunning Strike options in a feature called Devious Strikes, where then you also are able to forego multiple dice to do things like instantly knocking somebody out.
Right.
Non-lethally.
Yeah.
I'm just, bam, they're down. And there are several other options like that that really alter the tactical landscape for this class in all sorts of exciting ways.
And then on top of that, with Weapon Mastery, you've just got a lot of fun features to play with. It just makes it, like, again, more tactical. Like,
yes.
If you really want to do a deep dive into like all the little things you can do, there's so much to do.
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
And the poison condition right now, how is it in playtest? It's the same one that we saw in 2014?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And that poison theme is something that people will also see in the revised Assassin that appears in this playtest. The Assassin in 2014 got proficiency with the Poisoner's Kit, but really didn't have anything in the subclass that did anything with that.
Yeah.
So we've now rectified that the Assassin now has the ability to administer some potent poison. But more excitingly for the Assassin is we have now removed the reliance of their sort of banner assassinate feature
Right.
on the surprise state. So
Right.
it no longer requires somebody to be surprised for the assassin to pull this off. The assassin still needs to act before that person,
Right.
but they needn't be surprised. And we've also made it so that assassins now have advantage on initiative rolls. So it's going to be much easier for assassins to act before other people on the battlefield.
Then there's like good combat synergy if you choose something like the alert feat and you trade initiative, that kind of thing.
Yep.
It starts getting really nasty
Yeah.
on top of everything else. I like that you're pushing the poisoned feature that exists with sneak attack just for the base rogue even further with the assassin. You're kind of like, you're bringing that fantasy to the assassin finally. Yeah.
And that is a theme for us in a lot of the work we've been doing with subclasses is how can we really bring the fantasy of that subclass to life. We did the same thing in the recent revisions to the Thief. So what we did is we took the Thief that was in the previous playtest and turned up the volume on some of the features. So in addition to bringing back the Thief's ability to take the use an object action as a bonus action, we've gone further. We've now made it so that the Thief can take the magic action to activate magic items as a bonus action.
Yes.
And so that now means the Thief is going to be able to quaff potions as a bonus action,
Right.
and use other magic item properties that normally take an action. The Thief can activate them as a bonus action.
So if they've got like something that can shoot a fireball.
Yep. Yeah.
Perfect.
And the Thief has some other nice tweaks inside, including a new option that builds on Cunning Strike to forgo a die of damage when you make a sneak attack while you're hidden to stay hidden.
Yes.
So the thief who has, is perched somewhere can, if they're willing to have their sneak attack deal just a little less damage, can ensure that they stay unrevealed.
We've got the Arcane Trickster, which is one of my favorite subclasses of all time for a variety of reasons. The thing that excites me the most with this is using Mage Hand with the Disarm,
Yes.
allowing you to knock an object out of someone's hands potentially from at range.
So yes, the Arcane Trickster, just as the other subclasses can now play around with the new Cunning Strike feature in the base class, the Arcane Trickster does this by being able to use the trip and disarm options of Cunning Strike on someone other than the target of your sneak attack. Let's say you're attacking this creature over here, but your mage hand is near the creature over there. When you strike that creature, your mage hand can try to lift something off the other creature or trip that other creature while they're distracted by what's going on the battlefield. We are having a lot of fun of integrating Cunning Strike into different places in these various subclasses. And then we also have a subclass returning. It last appeared in Xanathar's Guide to Everything, the Swashbuckler, with several changes there that we're looking forward to people playtesting.